It's Peg for StencilGirl Talk, and this month, because the month of June we did artist trading cards all month long, I want to talk to you about artist trading cards. Now, the challenge for this month is texture and mark making, and I wanted to show you a real quick, simple technique using alcohol ink. This is that stencil that comes out with artist trading card sizes, but I just wanted to show you alcohol ink technique real quickly, and I have another technique here which is using shaving cream and alcohol ink, so we'll get into that here shortly too. But you'll read all about it on the blog, and check out StencilGirl Products because there's lots of cool stuff over there. Now, you probably all know I like to recycle. So these plastic trays from your dinners that go in the microwave make great things for containers when you're making art. And I'm going to use this to contain my shaving cream. This is just cheap shaving cream from the dollar store. You don't have to spend a lot of money. And I'm just going to put a layer of that in the bottom of my tray, and then I'm going to add my alcohol ink to it. And I'm going to try several different inks. You know, I've got some that are pearlized, some that have shimmery stuff, and just see what kind of effects I can get. But what I want to do is not dip my card into this as you've seen before in many videos over the years. I want to do something different. So I'm going to pick up my stuff and smear it. So I have this fabulous stencil from Mary Beth Shaw. It is, let me see, S430. And I love the swirly openness of it. So I'm going to use that to apply the shaving cream to my artist trading card. And I'm just going to use some double stick tape to put it down with so that it's not moving all over. And the same thing on the stencil. You know, if you use one of these double stick, you know, dot runner things, it works just fine because you can rub it off later. I've shown you some other things to adhere your stencils with, but this works great. So I'm going to put that down. I'm going to get my palette knife and you know, filling of the shaving cream, and I'm just going to scrape that over the stencil and get some colorization onto my artist trading card. And that's how easy this is. So what I want to do is clean the majority of it off, make sure that I've got color down in the open areas between the stencil pieces. And then I'll set that aside to dry, because once it's dry, I can rub off the excess soap from my cardstock and create my artist trading card. So yeah, I lift the stencil, clean it up, keep working with that, but set the artist trading card aside. Next up is the River Rock stencil, and I have this piece that was done on some paper. I think this was just some photo paper that I used the backside of, and I want to use these river rocks on this particular piece. So I'm going to use some dimensional, because we're looking for texture, I'm going to use some dimensional adhesive on here to get that. And let me see, what do I want to use? Oh, you know, I think dimensional wise, I've got this Studio 490 Wendy Vecchi embossing paste, and that's what I'm going to use. So I'm just going to take my palette knife and get some of this texture paste. And spread that out on my artist trading card. Okay, my paste is dry, and now I want to add some contrast to that. So I'm going to use some gelatos. These are from Faber-Castell, and I want to use a contrasting color, so clean that off. Looks like I got some goobers on there. I'm going to, add some additional color in here on that raised surface. And I think I want a brush and a rag, because I want to spread that around a little bit. This is raised, so it should just be picking up on those raised surfaces, I'm hoping. You see I'm getting a nice contrast, and then I want to add a little bit of a deeper color. I've got this, which one is this? 771257, whatever that is. It's kind of a blue-green. Yeah, turquoise. I like that. So I'm going to add a little bit of that in here too. Maybe I can just rub it in with my finger instead of the brush. Yeah, that's good. Rubbing in with the finger works. A little more of the bright. Oops, I'm getting off on the edge now. All right, so we've got that done. Now I just need to add something to embellish with. And it could be anything, could be anything. So that's our second card. Now we need a third, because I want to do something with this stencil. This stencil is my well-loved stencil, and it is from Michelle Ward, and I'm trying to read the numbers here. Looks like B008, or maybe I'm looking at it backwards. Ward. Oh, here we go. S008 from Michelle Ward. All right. So let's do something with that. Let's grab another one of our artist trading cards that we created the other day. And because it's all about mark making and that sort of thing, I have a whole bunch of card backs here ready to roll. And I love these bright ones. Thinking I might want to do something on one of those bright ones. So let's do that. Let's grab that. And I want to position this so that I've got several of these on here. And this time I'm just going to take some ink and add in with my mark making. So let's see, I've got that going on. What do I want for a contrast? Let's get a garden patina color. And I showed you on the other video about sticking things down. Now I've lost track of my adhesive gun. So we'll just wing it. We'll wing it. I have one of these sponges and a sponging tool. Gonna get that archival ink, and I'm using archival because archival is not gonna move around with water and things later. And I'm just gonna start adding that through my stencil. See if this is dark enough. Oh yeah, it's coming out. Coming out just fine. Because this is going into the background. Okay, you guys see that? Get a lovely mark making textural thing going on here. And then I think I need to embellish the edges, because we always need to do edges of things, right? So let's do this one too while we're at it. Just kind of makes your eye go towards the center. So I'm happy with that. You guys see those? There's that and that. Now, I want something that's going to stand out on here. And what that calls for, let me get the product. This is called Glitter Kiss. It's from Creative Expressions in the UK.com. You see the glitter? Yeah, baby. We need sparkle here. So I want to get, I'm going to use the same sponge, and this, I don't care if it's got some ink color in it because it just colorizes this. And I'm going to put that on and get my sparkle going here. Isn't that pretty? Oops, I'm slipping. Okay, so there we go. Gorgeousness, right? Really pretty. All right, so we'll embellish. I'll give you some final shots, and then be sure and go over and check out StencilGirl Talk and what Shell has done this month, because she's got some awesome stuff too. And I thank you for being here. So I'll see you again next month. Bye for now.